In this video help, I'm going to be covering the purchase screen. Let's go ahead and go there. The purchase screen works in conjunction with the inventory, where when you have inventory items added and you want to create a purchase order and a record of that purchase order, you would use the drop down in this area to pick the item out of the inventory. Then you would do the reverse of that by picking the name of the item that has a added number that is just like the one here. Both of these work with entering a few digits of the actual name, and it'll reduce the actual list down to what you're actually looking for. When you create a new record in the purchase screen, the first thing you do is use the new record button to add a record, and of course all this will blank out. Then you will go ahead and pick the store, in which the store is one of the many that you might have in your listing, or one. You add that. What this does, it assigns whatever this purchase order is to that one store. That way it's tracking all the new items coming in that go back to the individual store where you want to put them. The store information will automatically be put in from the store listing screen, and these fields will be populated. In addition, when you are actually putting in the supplier for this store, you just click this and it drops down and provides you with a list of the suppliers, which is the name of the company, the address, the city, state, province, or email, not email, but their zip code or province. So you get the full information in this screen, including, in this case, the telephone number was in there. If you add the telephone number to the actual file, it'll be showing up on this side, the contacts 1 and 2 and 3, and the email, and the date of the actual purchase order. If you have a URL for a website in this screen field right here, and you click this open website, it'll open that in a new browser in case you want to browse their site for pricing or information on the product. Now, if you are adding a record, you add what I just showed you, the product and product name. You put in the quantity of the actual amount you're ordering. You put in the product cost. The product cost may vary depending on what the vendor is currently selling it for, so you want to use what your last quoted value would be. And that particular information is actually on the end of the actual data stream from the inventory system. So if you look in the inventory and you see a value, you would change that to whatever it appropriately would be. And in this case, it's calling out for $30 on this one. You put the quantity in times the actual cost. It will automatically calculate the value for the subtotal. The average cost is then added, and this is helping to find if there is a variance in the vendor parts from different vendors and also from the same vendor. The date of receipt. Now these two fields would stay empty until you actually receive the products. When you receive the products, you would go ahead and enter the date of the receipt and then the quantity received. Now I want to point out what's going on here. You ordered 6 and received 5. The field down here, the subtotal field, is for the actual amount of the order in total for the entire invoice purchase order. So this is the dollar value that you should be working with. If you receive less than that item, or you have an RMA for an item which is covered in the portal record, if you went here and had to do an RMA, it would give you the ability to put in a RMA information. And that's a return authorization for something that was not properly either delivered or was damaged upon delivery, and you want to return it. If you put in 5, what it's going to do is going to take the sum of the line total, which is the amount that you're actually going to pay for received items. And if you're missing 1, it reduced the price on the $14.80 down to $14.50. You would only pay for the items that you received until the RMA is cleared. So what happens is it's showing you not the balance that's due, but the current amount that you actually have to pay for based on the actual receipt of items. The purchase track is a repeat of the information at the top, and in this example you can see where there was a note. The example record shows an unpaid balance due to a short shipment. So that item on that one was missed as far as they sent 5 and you ordered 6. This is a continuous field. You can put as much information in here as you require that covers this particular shipment for this purchase order. The same thing on the purchase payment. On the purchase payment, the items that were received on 9/27, or actually received earlier than that, but they went ahead and paid it on 9/27. The actual amount due was $14.50 based on the actual amount received, not on the intended amount. So you put that in there and then go ahead and show it paid off if you pay the balance. If for some reason you get the sixth item, you can create a second line and then do the other $30 and put that in there, because it'll raise the amount of the end order over here when you actually receive it. And you can do the last $50 upon receipt. If you have any questions about this particular screen, please forward those to me using the icon at the website, or email me at vclement@gmail.com. We will be covering the purchase portal, the purchase report by store and by product. Now, these are just like similar to the ones for the sales reports, but we'll be covering those in the next videos. Thank you.